The book of Zechariah, chapter 8 and verse 9. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days these words by the mouth of the prophets, which were in the day that the foundation of the house of the Lord Yahweh of hosts was laid, that the temple might be built. I'm going to stop right there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp, doing a lesson in regards to keeping our hands strong in these last days and finishing the job, all right? Because as the men of the Lord, the men that are out there on the highways and hedges preaching the gospel unto the Israelites, we're likened unto builders, okay? And just like in ancient times, the Israelites were rebuilding the temple that was destroyed by the heathen. All right. In the time of Zechariah, Haggai, Zerubbabel, all right, they were rebuilding the temple that was destroyed by our enemies. And it took laborious work, and they had opposition during that time too. They had the heathen coming up against them, making it harder. But the Lord said, let your hands be strong. All right. And that's how we got to be. There's a lot going on in these last days, a lot of different afflictions that we come, that we come into, but we got to continue to build. Build what? The elect, man. All right. We edify the elect. That's what our job is. That's why we make these videos. That's why we go out to the highways and hedges and preach, because we're rebuilding through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. The prophets are the tools that the Lord uses to rebuild his nation. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. And we got to finish the job. Matter of fact, I want to get this in the NLT because it's kind of heavy. All right, so here it is. Zechariah chapter 8 and verse 9 in the NLT, the New Living Translation. And it says, this is what the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of heaven's army says. Be strong and finish the task. Come on, man. Ever since the laying of the foundation of the temple of the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies, you have heard what the prophets have been saying about completing the building. All right. Now, this is talking about the actual temple back then, but you can look at this in a spiritual sense. All right. Matter of fact, let's get a little bit of the history on the rebuilding of the temple. But, the Lord said, finish the task. OK, that's what we must do. All right, things are getting harder, man. Things are becoming more difficult in these last days, but we got to do what? Finish the task, man. The Lord said, feed my lambs, feed my sheep. That's part of rebuilding up the nation of Israel, man. Okay? That word edify, it goes into building. We're here to edify the Lord's lambs, man. The elect. So let's get that account. The history of when the Israelites were allowed to rebuild the temple that was destroyed. Okay, so here we have a website right here, and it kind of goes into it, all right? It says, Zechariah urged rebuilding of temple. All right, it says, at least 29 people mentioned in the Old Testament had the name Zechariah. The prophet Zechariah was the son of Berechiah, who was the son of Iddo the prophet, as the scriptures tell you. It says, Iddo was head of a priestly family that was among some 50,000 Jews who returned from exile in Babylon. All right, it tells you about that in Nehemiah chapter 12 and verse 4. Under the leadership of Zerubbabel, who rebuilt the temple at Jerusalem because it was destroyed by the Babylonians, man. It says, before the Jews were taken captive, they had been blessed with the magnificent and costly temple Solomon had built. All right, if you know the history, King Solomon built the temple, all right? King David, he desired to, but the Lord said, no, your son's going to build the temple. And that's exactly what happened, all right? However, because of the wickedness of Israel, the temple was destroyed within 40 years. At the time the Jews were taken captive into Babylon, one of Zechariah's main concerns was the rebuilding of the temple. Zechariah and Haggai motivated the people to resume and complete the work, and the elders of the Jews built it, and they prospered through the prophesying of Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the son of Iddo, and they built it and finished it according to the commandment of the Most High, or the power of Israel, and according to the commandment of Cyrus and Darius and Artaxerxes, king of Persia. So there you go, man. The Lord had it put into the mind of these heathen rulers, man, Cyrus the Great, to allow us to go to Jerusalem and rebuild our temple. Well, that's happening right now here in America, Babylon the Great. We're able to use the internet, all right, to rebuild the Israelites, man, by giving them this truth, the understanding of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And the dry bones are standing upon their feet, man, as it tells you in Ezekiel the 37th chapter. All right, they're coming to life. So what we're doing is not a small thing, man, and our job is not over. We still got to continue to do the work until the famine of the word hits. You know what I'm saying? That's coming soon. All right. Matter of fact, let's go into that. The famine of the word. Let's get that real quick. All right. Here's a major end time prophecy that's soon to come. All right. Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. Behold, that means look here. The days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So that's coming. All right. That's soon to come. The famine of the word, meaning this word is going to be cut off, man. That's when the building is going to be pretty much done on our part, man. The ministry of the prophets that you see right now is going to come to an end. It hasn't came as of yet, but it's right around the corner. You're not going to see us out here on the highways and hedges preaching and prophesying for too much longer. This prophecy must take place before the end, and we see the end of this society approaching very rapidly. The Lord is speeding up the days, man. It's going fast. Okay, the Lord is pushing this thing forward, man. So we're looking for this to happen too. All right, the famine of the word. So there's going to come a point in time where, the Lord's going to say, all right, y'all have been building long enough, and the elect, they've heard what they need to hear. It's time to cut this word off, you know what I'm saying, from the internet and from, us going out there and preaching in the streets. This thing right here that you see is temporary. All right. So we got to continue building until that time, man. All right. Because Esau, man, he's finna start passing laws and shit, man. He gonna start passing laws to make it a hate crime to preach this word. You're gonna have all kind of different, wicked ass people trying to harm the prophets. So at that point, we're gonna be pulled away from the scene, and you're gonna be left with whatever you obtained in this grace period. Okay. But yeah, man, the building, on our part is pretty much almost coming to an end, man. But we got to finish. The Lord said, let your hands be strong. And so I got this right here in the commentary in the blue letter by David Guzik for Zechariah chapter 8 and verse 9. It says, let your hands be strong. This encouraging command was for those who had heard the words of the prophets in the day the foundation was laid for the house of the Lord Yahweh of hosts. The foundation was set more than 15 years before, though they faced lack of resources, no wages for man. All right, and we're getting ready to see that happen, man. You got inflation going up, man. You getting ready to see the dollar crash. All right, all type of shit is going on, man. It's getting harder and harder to afford groceries and necessities. All right, but we still got to build. All right. It says no wages for man in opposition, no peace from the enemy. And we got our enemies coming up against us as well as we're building the temple of the Lord, because the temple of the Lord right now is with men. All right. As the scriptures tell you, we're not building a physical temple. We're building the temple of the Lord's elect. OK. And we got opposition from our enemies. Our videos get taken down from YouTube. All right. One of my channels is on a strike right now for bringing out too much truth. You see, that's opposition from the enemy. Okay, you get ready to see these damn devils pass laws to try to silence us and to criminalize this word. That's opposition from the enemy. The enemy trying to hinder us building. Okay, but we still got to keep our hands strong. It says the Most High wanted them to find strength for the work. Let your hands be strong in His promise. There you go, man. And the Lord promised us a reward, man, for us finishing the job. That's why we push forward, man, in the face of all opposition and affliction. Brothers got physical ailments, all type of different things going on, man. All right? We battling these damn demons day in and day out, but we still find the strength to build, man. The Lord sees that. Just like the Israelites of old who were rebuilding the physical temple back then. Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward His name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. All right. You see, labor of love, man, it goes into work, building. All right. Ministering to the saints being the Israelites. Okay. And the Lord said He's not unrighteous to forget our work, man. Because when you go to a job and you do work and you finish the job, guess what? You get what? A payment, a reward, in other words. All right. And that's what we're seeking to receive. All right. So we got to let our hands be strong. All right. And continue to push forward. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. The Lord promised us a kingdom, man. All right, the kingdom of heaven, which is soon to be established upon the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Slacky. Okay? So let your hands be strong. All right, I'm going to end it with this right here, all right? The book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 12. This is Lord Yahweh Shai speaking, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. His true name is Yahweh Shai in the ancient Hebrew. And He says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. What type of work? The building. All right? You see? That's what we're doing. We're working, man. We're laboring. And we're looking for that reward, man. But in order to receive that reward, you got to finish the job, man. You can't fall out. You can't let life distractions get in the way. Speaking to myself first and foremost. All right? Yeah, we're worn out here in America, Babylon the Great, man. We tired. We're being afflicted by these goddamn jobs you got to work. You see what I'm saying? The food that we eat is mineral deficient. You know what I'm saying? So it's all type of different things, man, that go into hindering us from building. But we got to continue and finish the work, man. We almost at the end. All right, you see all this hell breaking loose throughout the earth, showing you that the Lord Yahweh Shai, He's soon to return. All right, and we want to be found working, man. We want to finish the job. We've been called into this thing, and we got to finish the job. All right, it's going to be tough. But I don't know about you, man. I want that reward, man, because it's promised. All right, so yeah, just a quick lesson of exhortation to you sincere Akim out there, man, who have begun laboring. Continue on, man. All right, the Lord is not a man that He should lie. We want to receive mercy. We want to enter into the kingdom upon His return, man. All right, we don't want to get fired from the job, literally. So I'm ending right there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who will, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And Kwame Asherala in the Bible bar, Shalom.